Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask you to please direct your attention to the screen. There you will see the presenters for the Orange is the New Black team in character. Now, if I may, I'd like to introduce the actors who play these characters. Luzo Aduba currently stars as Suzanne Crazy Eyes Warren. For her role, Luzo won the 2015 Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Female Actor in a Comedy Series. She was also a part of the show's win for Outstanding Performance by an Ensemble in a Comedy Series. She won the 2014 Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actress and the 2014 Broadcast Television Journalists Association Award for Best Guest Performer in a Comedy Series. Ooze recently completed production on Michael Wilson's Showing Roots. She made her Broadway debut in Corn Boy in 2007, followed by the hit revival of Godspell in 2011, and in between, we did Prometheus Bound together at American Repertory Theater. Just wanted to say that. Just wanted to say that. Kate Mulgrew. The goddess that is Kate Mulgrew stars as Galina Red Reznikoff. For her work on the series, Kate has received a Critics' Choice Television Award and a Primetime Emmy nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. Mulgrew is internationally recognized as Captain Janeway, the first female captain of the Starship Enterprise, thus solidifying forever her icon status among my people. She received a Golden Globe nomination for her portrayal of Mrs. Columbo and has appeared in Cheers, Murphy Brown, The Black Donnellys, and NTSF SDSUV for Adult Swim. Love that. Film roles include Throw Mama from the Train, Star Trek Nemesis, A Stranger is Watching, The Response, and her first book, which is amazing, Born with Teeth, made the New York Times bestseller list. Yeah. Barbara Rosenblat stars as Miss Rosa and can be seen in her recurring role as Lydia on the Fox series Gotham. She has had guest spots on numerous television shows, including Veep, Girls, Law & Order SVU, and has appeared in several films, including Little Shop of Horrors, period. On Broadway, actors shouldn't have to read. On Broadway, she created the role of Mrs. Medlock in the 3-time Tony Award-winning musical, The Secret Garden. Rosenblat is a most sought-after voice actor with 8 Audie Awards. Ladies, would you care to join me on the stage? My beautiful ladies. You. Yes. You go first, Luzo. Yeah. Come on in.
Forgive me, I'm going to be reading down probably. It is a true privilege to help honor the incredibly gifted and remarkably talented designers working on Orange is the New Black. When I think about the designs created for our show, I am often reminded not only of the brilliant storytelling and nuance that is represented through hair, through makeup, and costuming, but also how each designer has been able to incorporate the persona of each character both inside the walls of Litchfield, while still gently and respectfully maintaining the humanity, individuality, and dignity of each of these women that they so deserve. From the signature red lip of Morello, the rolled sleeves and exposed socks of Nikki Nichols, the blonde streak of Daya, the transition of Suzanne's Bantu knots into twists. These women have showed remarkable imagination, talent, and might I say and add, heart to this show. And I would just like to go off phone script and, and just add into the mix. I've never had such a wonderful time working with such human, loving, lovely, and kind women. It has been an absolute pleasure, I know, for all 100 plus of us who work on our show, to sit in your chairs, in your offices, and discuss the design and creation of these characters. You women are phenomenal. Thank you so much.
So I'm wearing my prison stripes. It's so terrific when you finally get to say a great fat thank you to someone who has literally changed your life. And although I have been a member of New York Women in Film and Television for many years and value the work that it's done, tonight I get to take a moment to thank someone who helped create who you saw up there for a couple of seasons. Josh Turey, where are you? Stand up. Get up. Get up. Right? When I was cast in this show, I wasn't quite sure who Miss Rosa was. They even wanted me to shave my head, and I said, so what do I do the rest of the week? Play Daddy Warbucks? And I hadn't quite put her together yet, you know? And when I came to work and they presented me with this 3-time Emmy Award-winning special effects man who, with the skill and artistry that is nonpareil, his vision, his artistic and prophylactic acumen, God knows, and 3 hours every time, putting together an astonishingly creative and individual human being. And on that first day, Josh, when I first walked into the bathroom with you having finished me off at like, dark in the morning, and I looked, and there she was. And the questions that I had in my head about who was Miss Rosa? How do I fill her out? How do I add that certain something that gave her plasma and mojo? And when Josh Turey was done with me, every time he kept that level of brilliance to bear for me and for us, and to work that well with Genji and the entire creative team to give a deep, deep-rooted sense of familiarity and reality with us, just shows you how well-knit we all are as both a collection of stories and a big, round, warm world of creative ability. I am so grateful to everyone that has permitted me to get to this place. Thank you.
Finally, I get a chance to tell you guys how I really feel. So I'm going to give it to you straight. You are without question the unsung heroines of this business. But tonight, I'm going to sing your praises. Because for 3 years, I have been transformed at the hands of Angel DeAngelis, Michael Bigger in absentia, Jen Rogen, and Karen Reuter. And for 3 years, I have studied you all very carefully. And this is what I've learned at 5 o'clock in the morning. That just underneath your extraordinary skills and your abundant talents, underneath your ability to take a wig and transform it in a second into something divine, underneath the pressure, the pulse of that early morning sort of harrowing energy, is something else that goes deeper and that lifts it up. And you all own it. It is grace, it is kindness, it is humor, it is compassion, and it is unending patience. I am deeply honored and proud to work with you. And I'm also delighted that you're all so naughty. Because you know what they say about Orange is the New Black. What happens in hair and makeup stays in hair and makeup. And now, let us behold your handiwork. Here's a clip.
Orange is probably the dream collaboration because I run into these guys in the halls all the time and we are constantly asking each other, did you get the casting? Do you have research images? What are you thinking of doing for this character? What are we doing about that flashback? And all of the information is actually getting shared constantly, which is very unique and I appreciate so deeply about the show.
Thank you for everything.
Oh, no, it's no problem. We look out for our own.
Our own?
Oh, don't get all PC on me. It's tribal, not racist. I'll see you around.
We decided early in the beginning to have it be broken down into tribes. The women that were living in the ghetto dorm were gonna maybe have this, and maybe the Hispanic women were gonna have this, and the Caucasian women were gonna have this. And then within each of those things, the differences are so tiny.
One of the most unique and biggest costume challenges on the show is the literal constraint of the uniform. Sometimes it's really fantastic and exciting, and sometimes it's a real challenge to convey character through that very limited number of pieces that we have to play with.
Commissary don't carry a size 13.
Duct tape?
Metallics are very in this season.
There technically are no accessories allowed in prison. I actually carry the commissary list from the real institution that inspired the story around so that I know at all times whether or not something is allowed. And we've played that there are some characters that don't have access to commissary funds, so they literally wear the uniform as it's issued, and that is that.
As far as hair goes, they don't have a lot. You know, they have almost nothing, unless they have contraband. There's no bobby pins, hairpins, because they could all be used as weapons. Part of our job is taking out what they come in with and making them look less pretty. Now you'll see some of the characters, right? Some of the Spanish girls maybe looking a little bit more done. We don't really know how that happens. We assume they have curly hair, and it just kind of goes into that style.
Ah, sucio, que ya cut your fingers off me, Dios mío.
The flashbacks are, I think our favorite part. I think one of the more challenging ones we had for season 2 was Miss Rosa's flashback. Miss Rosa, we only see her as chemo bald, and then in the flashback, she's this hot 80s chick, right, who's a little bit wild.
How do you translate a character that you've come to know as an inmate into their flashbacks? How do you make it look like they're the same person when you're seeing them in real clothes for possibly the first time?
I want to look fierce.
Fierce? Fierce.
Red has a very specific look. Michael Bigger created that look with Kate, but Kate has something to say about how she's feeling in this particular scene or not, and that gets reflected in the tweaks of her makeup.
Season 1, when we were just at the very beginning trying to prep Red's look, and Genji kept saying, we have to change Kate's color. We have to make it red. So I did it, and she looked at it, she went, too pretty. And then we did it again, and she went, no, it's still too pretty. I really want Russian from Brooklyn, purple red hair. It has to look like that. And Kate was dying, but she let me do it because she's a professional. And we got there.
Pow! Now march your yuppie ass out of my kitchen.
Genji sets the tone. Genji definitely tells us what she'd like, and we take it from there.
She knows exactly what she's looking for, and we're all there to support that vision and bring it sort of to life.
3, 2, 1, go!
The animals, trap, 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 till the cages fall. The cages fall, the day is new, and everyone is waiting, waiting on you, and you got time. You got time.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to welcome to the stage Jen Rogen, Angel DeAngelis, and Karen Reuter, and the rest of the costume, hair, and makeup design for Orange is the New Black. Ladies.
They thought there were a lot of us at the SAG Awards.
Does everybody have an award? Jen, you should speak.
I volunteered to speak for the group because I remembered to check my crew list on the way in to make sure I got everyone. And I think I speak for all of us when I say thank you so much to women in film and television. I actually almost dropped the phone and hung up on Tara when she called because I couldn't imagine acknowledging a show that is so about stripping away the things that we think of as hair, makeup, and wardrobe. It's about having inmates at their most basic and their least pretty. And it takes so much time and effort and consideration and collaboration that when Terry said, no, I'm calling you, Jen, I actually said, thank you so much for acknowledging this, because we take such pride in what we do and we have so much fun working with our amazing cast. And with that, I want to thank everyone who is on this stage because, well, I have the great honor of representing tonight. It is all of these people. It literally takes an army to get us all to camera in the morning. I also want to thank Netflix for changing the way that we are able to tell stories on television. It is such a pleasure to get to know and live with characters for 13 episodes back to back to back. We get to play with arcs in a way that I haven't experienced before, and it is such a testament to Netflix and what they're doing with television right now. I want to thank Piper for living this story and telling it and sharing it and allowing us to take it and run with it. And I have to thank Genji, the one and only, the incomparable. She inspires us and she pushes us, and the show and we are so much better for it. I have to thank our producing team, Tara, Lisa, Mark, Neri, and David, who help us get from script to screen every episode, and without them we could not do it. And I have to thank our cast, and I'm so honored that they are here tonight because they are so game for the shenanigans that we pull in at least my fitting room, and I think the hair makeup trailer as well. They embrace it, they support us, they push back when they think that the character could go somewhere else, and that's what you see on screen, and it's truly incredible. And I, of course, have to thank Angel and Michael, Karen, Dee, Val, Mandy, Ingrid, Josh, the whole hair makeup team, because it truly is a collaboration. And I'm gonna throw in Rachel Weisenheimer from Props because it is such a cross-pollinated effort on this show that without her, we wouldn't be able to make it all happen. And this is me speaking for myself when I thank my crew. We do more laundry on this show than I ever thought possible. They schlep more prison boots around, and I'm sure all of our actors will testify to how uncomfortable and heavy they are. And without my entire costume and wardrobe team, it would never happen. So thank you to you guys.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming. You really don't know what it means to us. Thank you.
I just want to say that being honored for something that you already love to do so much means so much. And to be able to do it with this group of incredible women, hundreds of women in one room, it's pretty awesome. So I just wanted to thank you for acknowledging that. Thank you.
Okay.
We have some other cast members. You're all sitting out there. Come on, Elisa, Laura, Salinas, Dasha. Who's all out there? Come up on the stage, please. The cast up there. And of course, our fearless leader, Neri Tannenbaum, please. Come on up. Any cast members, if any other cast members snuck in, come on up. They want to get a picture of us all together.
Oh my God.
Neri. There you go.
Do you want us to come
What do you want
in
us
front
to do?
of? Come in front of the podium.
We'll get together. Let's get the honorees in the front. Get in the front with me.
One more round of applause for everybody, please. Please join us for the reception on the 11th floor. Let me say it again. It's on the 11th floor. You have to go up the stairs, take the escalator, and take the elevator, or take 2 elevators. But don't worry, there's going to be people out there to tell you how to go. This concludes it.